So if the business person go to this market once, so after that they can transfer their skill to the other companies easily, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's becoming a lot more transferable skills across the industry, certainly.
So then it must be a good opportunity for their career.
Absolutely. I think, we see people that have good sales and business development skills. Maybe they were working in B2B software. That's transferable into this business.
Yeah.
People with project management skills from construction or real estate, it's transferable here. Finance and investment is absolutely a really high growth area. So I think there's certainly a lot of areas where people can transfer general business skills into specific business skills here.
I agree, totally agree. So anything else that you would like to mention?
Yeah, I would say that I think that right now is really an ideal time for people who are interested in getting involved in the energy transition or clean tech, or more broadly speaking, sustainability. Now is the perfect time. And the reason that I think so is because there is more demand than there is supply of talent, which means the door now is open for people that are outside the industry to come in. I think that if we think, say, 3 years later, 5 years later, more people will already be in the industry, will already have skills, and so it will become more difficult for complete outsiders to get into the industry in the future.
So timing is very important to get a new job or to go to the new area.
Absolutely. This is the time now where you can come into this industry and you can establish yourself as an expert in your market. Right? You can already, if you're learning, say carbon accounting or carbon trading, if you start learning today, 2 years later you are going to be one of the leading experts in Japan with just 2 years experience. It's a crazy opportunity right now with so many young and growth areas.
Could you give us some examples that other sectors, the candidate from other sectors to the new market, like green tech market?
Yeah, certainly. I think transferable skills is always the important point. So you mentioned real estate a little bit earlier. Real estate is definitely an area that we have seen, and we've supported people to move into renewables. So over the last 2-3 years, we've helped quite a few people who have been in commercial real estate, whether it's for large office buildings like this or developing like a resort hotel type of business. We've helped them to move into renewable business. So a lot of the work is similar. They're looking at securing land, government permits, dealing with the local stakeholders. I've even seen some people who were working in, fisheries or like a mountain bike tourism, moving into offshore wind, because they're leveraging essentially that local network and local expertise of people. So that's one area where people with no connection to renewables have moved into the space. Also, we've seen people in media and market research, again, outside of the industry, have been able to come into the space and working in marketing and consulting, business development as well. So especially for corporate sustainability, companies that are helping advisory firms which are helping large corporates to decarbonize, procure renewable electricity, make their net zero roadmaps. These are areas in huge demand, so there's been people coming from different spaces as well.
Like sustainability manager or sustainability officer.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So it looks different area or different skills, but the essential or transferable skill is the same, and you see the skill composition.
Yeah.
you must be a good headhunter.
Well, a lot of it comes down also to the passion of the professional, the passion of the candidates. We saw, for example, recently there was a case where a battery storage company, they've been very successful overseas. They developed or are developing, the world's largest grid-scale energy storage system. When they entered the Japan market, they're looking to hire their first hire in Japan, but very few people have done batteries here. So the person that they hired was actually in renewables, had years of working in the solar market, but had never touched batteries, had never looked at the commercial aspects here, but during the interview process spent a long time studying, understanding the business. So even through the interview process, this person's knowledge from their own self-study really increased. So by final interview, interviewers realized you are studying really hard. You're clearly very interested in this space. And we've seen many success cases like that.
So if the candidates don't have the right skills right now, but if they have curiosity to run this market or this job that is needed from the client, from the companies, so they have possibility to pass the exam. Absolutely.
Another case, just very recently, we supported one young lady. She had been working, broadly speaking, in the energy space, but she has successfully started a job, essentially, where she will be doing a lot of bid support and financial analysis for large renewable projects. Again, through the interview process, she really studied and really showed building the skills. And the company that she will join, after she joins, they'll send her to APAC headquarters in Singapore for a month, and so she will sit with the expert team, working side by side with people that have a lot more experience, then come back to Japan.
Wow.
We've seen also people in offshore wind, for example, Japanese engineers. They join the company, and in the first 6 months, they're sent to the UK. They go on site, they see the actual wind farm, they spend 1-2 months with the engineering team overseas, and they come back to Japan with this fast-track knowledge. So global companies are willing to invest in people who show that they are willing to learn.
This is the good news for the candidates.
Sure.
That they want to enter the market, not only existing in the market.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your experience.
No problem.
So, could you tell us about your message to the audience, please?
Sure. Essentially, look, this is business with purpose, right? We're all busy, we're all working, we're all making a contribution. But essentially, the business that Iguchi-san and myself are doing are helping people essentially to maximize their purpose. Most of the work that we do at Titan GreenTech, essentially being a company with bilingual consultants, we do a lot of work with multinational companies. So we support many companies from Europe, from the US, from Australia to enter the Japan market and then grow their business in Japan. We do also work with some Japanese companies, but primarily these are Japanese companies which are also expanding overseas. So for people who are interested in working in renewables, working in clean tech, working in climate, and especially working in a bilingual or a global environment, myself and the team are certainly happy to chat, give you some advice on the market, understand what you're looking for, and hopefully support you to kind of make your impact.
Yes, great. Thank you for your great message. 私たちは同じセクターで仕事をするコンペティターでもあり、仲間でもカンパニーでも ありますね。これからこの市場は広がっていくということで、ぜひ一緒に情報交換ですとかコラボレーションなどをしながらこの市場をもっと盛り上げていきたいなというふうに思っています。で、アンドリューさんの対談グリーンテックのホームページですね、概要欄に記載していますので、ぜひご覧ください。And your LinkedIn profile?
Yep, absolutely.
LinkedIn でもメッセージ受け付けてますので、ぜひ特に外資系の企業に関心のある方はお問い合わせいただければなと思います。So thank you for your time, Andrew.
Thank you so much. Let's work together to make the industry bigger and better.
Sure.
Excellent. Thank you.